What is a supervisor's responsibility when it comes to ensuring quality in the program? How can they ensure children are treated with love and respect and that the environment is developmentally appropriate? There are several different scenarios that can present themselves related to quality. In our first scenario, a director may come into a situation where they are to take over a center that has been running smoothly. Everyone is on board, the team works well together, and the director comes in and gets acclimated. There isn't a lot of work required to get things the way he or she would like them because the previous director was on top of it. Perhaps written policies are in place, the center might even be accredited with NAEYC already. The new director may have already been a member of the center staff. In our second scenario, a director may come into a situation where the previous director was doing an okay job, nothing spectacular, and some changes are needed to bring the center up to a high quality. The new director will need to assess where the program's strengths are, then determine where the problem areas are. What absolutely has to be changed? Is the environment safe physically, emotionally? Those are the first two things that must be determined. The director will have his or her work cut out for them. They may lose some team members in the process. Some people won't be interested in improving. They will feel threatened and resistant. By concentrating on team building, the new director will be able to rally most of the troops and, with time, increase the quality of the program. Staff must be given rationale as to why different changes are necessary. Again, perhaps the person was promoted into this position and was already a member of the staff. In our third scenario, the new director comes into a disaster. Children are unsafe, and the program is not developmentally appropriate. Staff members may be harsh in their tones. The environment may be dirty or have choking hazards. Very little staff training is in place. You get the picture. Not a good place for children. Believe it or not, this can be one of the best situations to step into. You get to be a hero. First, you must have the backing of the owner. If not, I wouldn't even accept the position. It will be impossible to accomplish your task of cleaning house if you don't have support. Assuming you do, it is time to take a close look at all the aspects of the program. You can use the program administration scale as a basis to start. Assess the team and start with a staff meeting to explain your goals as director and how you want to build a team. Some people will jump right on board with you. Others will dig in their heels. Those people are going to have to be let go. Maybe not today or tomorrow, but if they can't join the team, they have to go away. You start with the majority of safety hazards and go from there. First and foremost, children must be physically safe. Then, start with emotional safety. You can find professional organizations in your area to help with training. You will need to draw up an overall plan. This plan will take time. It is not an overnight fixer-upper, but the payoffs will be worth it. If you were promoted from within the organization, you have a hard road ahead of you, but don't despair. It can be done. I realize that there are more than 3 scenarios, but these tend to be the most common. As a director, you're responsible. For what, you ask? Basically everything. The buck stops with you. I recommend picking one aspect of quality to focus on each month. Let your staff meeting address it. Let your classroom observations focus on it. Let your individual conferences with staff center around it. What are some of the things to focus on? Well, we've mentioned a few already. Physical safety, social and emotional well-being, interactions, room arrangement, developmentally appropriate activities, sanitation. The list can go on, but as the director, you will make sure these things are addressed and are maintained. It can actually be easier to start the process, but maintaining takes work and diligence. Sadly, for the most part, the early childhood programs that make the news are not the high quality ones. It's usually the crazy ones that are unsafe for children. A quick Google search yielded a center in Long Beach that has recently been cited for 6 licensing infractions after just being cited in 2013. There are a lot of really great programs, and unfortunately, the bad ones are generally the ones that make the news. So don't let that be your program. You must work for change. You must be in each and every classroom every day. Not only announced visits, but unannounced. Just show up and watch at all different times of the day. Take notes to discuss issues off the floor later in the day, unless it's an immediate safety hazard. You can do this. It will be hard. but you can do it.